everybody! Welcome back again this week to another makeup tutorial, and I hope you love this one just as much as you love the other ones. And if you do love it, you should thumbs it up or comment down below. The makeup video this week is basically just inspired by big lashes. I love big lashes. I love seeing them in film. I love seeing them in music videos. I love seeing them in magazines. I just think that it's always so pretty when you see such a bare face makeup, but they have like really bold lashes on. And so that's kind of where this whole inspiration is drawn from. Also, it's really great for maybe that last minute girls' night out. If, like, you know, if you're running home from work and suddenly you decide, hey, I do want to go out and meet with the girls on the Wednesday or Thursday night after all, you can definitely just run home. You can throw on some lashes, throw in some basic eyeliner. You probably wouldn't even need to barely touch up your foundation for this. It's the perfect way to spice up your makeup to make it night out appropriate, and it's really fun. Except for the fact that I feel like I got weights on my eyes. Like I could totally be lifting right now. 1, 2, hashtag I lift. And also another thing, if my hair looks a little frizzy towards the ends, it was raining yesterday. If you live in Southern California, you probably was ambushed on Facebook and your Instagrams with all the rain photos, because that does not happen here very often. Yeah, whenever it rains, my hair tends to go whoosh on me. So it's a little bit frizzy towards the ends. So yeah, it's sorry, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm feeling a little lazy. I don't feel like redoing it. And I thought it was gonna rain again today, but it didn't rain again today. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. One last thing would be for you guys to subscribe. If you are not subscribed, you should totally go do that, like right now. Subscribing is awesome. Yeah, yeah. Let's just go right into the video, and I will see you guys next week. Okay, bye.
Here I'm using an eyeshadow primer by Urban Decay, and I'm going to use my finger to lightly start placing the primer onto my lid, and I'm also going to apply it to or underneath my lower lash line. So just use whatever primer you'd like to use for this part. And next I'm just going to take a foundation. You could use a concealer or a nude eyeshadow if you want, but I'm just going to use my fingers to pat this onto my lid because of the fact that it's going to be more simple, bare face kind of look, except for the excessive eyelashes which come later. So just feel free to use what you want, but I chose to do a foundation to keep it simple and clean. And I also apply it underneath my lower lash line just to make my skin tone a little bit more even underneath there. Next is eyeshadow. Here I'm using Too Faced Smoky Eyeshadow Palette in the color Firefly and a Smashbox eyeshadow brush. And I'm just going to start blending this onto my lid, taking all the way up to the brow bone. You can use any kind of highlighter here you want. I just used it for a little bit of the added shimmer, so it just gives a little bit more light reflection onto my lid, but nothing too intense. And I'm also going to pat it onto the inner corner of my eye. And then I'm going to use my finger just to soften it up a little bit, because later we're going to use an actual highlighter to brighten up that part. And then whatever's left on your brush, just lightly blend underneath your lower lash line, just to add a little bit extra something underneath there. And next is the eyelashes, which these are Eylure, and it's the dramatic lashes, and I'm using Duo eyelash adhesive. And I'm just going to put a little bit onto the eyelashes, let it get nice and tacky. And the way I go about applying my eyelashes is I always use tweezers. They come with their own, but I prefer to use my own because it gives me a little bit better grip. And I start by just kind of tacking on that glue to the inner corner of my eyelid, and also I place a little bit onto my natural lashes because it just helps them all stick together a little bit better. And that's how I pretty much put on my lashes. There's no real like special technique behind it. Next is eyeliner. Here I'm using e.l.f. cream eyeliner and an e.l.f. angled brush, and I'm just going to start creating one line kind of winged out in the outer corner of my eye. And I'm going to make sure that I try to match up the other eye as much as I can to it. And then after that, I'm going to go back in, create another line, and kind of start building a little triangle in the outer corner of my eye. And then I'm going to drag the brush into my center of my eyelid a little bit more, covering the lash line from the fake lashes. Then I'm going to go in and fill in the triangle I created so I have a soft wing in the outer corner. And you can make this look as dramatic as you want. Here I chose to go for a little bit more of a simple line, so feel free to bolden up that eyeliner line or keep it soft and subtle like I am here. Next, I'm using an eyeliner by NYX Wonder Pencil, and it's actually not just an eyeliner, it's used for many things, but here I'm going to use it to brighten up my inner eye a little bit more. So I'm going to apply it just to the inner portion of my waterline, not taking it all the way out, so just the inner parts. And it's just going to brighten up my eyes a little bit more. I love this pencil. I highly recommend getting it. It's great for concealer. It's great for many things. It's literally a wonder pencil. And next is foundation. Here I'm using Tarte Amazonian Clay and my Urban Decay Optical blurring brush, and I'm just going to put in my foundation like I usually do, just rub it all in. This is my everyday foundation routine, in case any of you are wondering. I could do a separate video for that, but here I'm just going to use it as I usually do. So if you want to use a different foundation for this, but like I said, I'm keeping it a little bit more simple, so that's pretty much it. Then I take another foundation. This one's by MAC, and it's in NC15, and I'm just going to pat this onto my face where I want a little bit extra light. I don't always use this foundation. I usually do it for maybe long days or going out, and so I just apply it in the places I like to highlight, and then I go in and blur it out with my optical blurring brush again. Next, I'm going to set the foundation. Here I'm using MAC setting powder and then a simple foundation brush. I'm just going to set my foundation in like I usually would. Next is brows. Here I'm using e.l.f. eyebrow kit and a angled brush by Real Techniques. And I always use a mascara wand to comb down my brows. They tend to get a little bit wild during my sleep or just throughout the day, so I always just kind of brush them down. Then I take my brush and I just create a line underneath my brows or at the bottom of them, and I just kind of build it out. And then I also start to build the line on top a little bit. I don't have any special way of doing my brows. I just kind of go about it. If you'd like to see a broken down way of me doing them, please comment down below and let me know, and I will do that for you in future videos. And next is blush. Here I'm using an e.l.f. Baked Blush, and I think it's in the color Rose, and I'm using a Real Technique blush brush. And I'm just going to apply this onto the hollows of my cheeks and lightly pat it onto the apples of my cheeks. I tend to usually avoid putting on the apples of my cheeks though, because I just prefer not to. And then next is the highlight. Here I'm using Benefit Watts Up, which is the best highlighter out there, I believe. And I'm going to put this in the inner corner of my eyes. Also on the tip of my nose, down the center of my nose, on my Cupid's bow, and then I like to go in and put it on the highlights of my cheeks as well for a little added dewiness. And then I pretty much just blend it in with my fingers, and that's it. Next is lips, and here I'm using Revlon Color Burst Lip Stain in the color Demure, and I'm just going to rub this all onto my lips like I usually would put on lipstick. And the reason why I chose this color is because besides the rest of the foundation, the blush and the lips are just pretty much a nice soft rose tint look to them, so I wanted to keep it really simple. You can go bold or not, but I chose to go pretty light with the lip color. Then next is mascara. I don't usually apply a lot of mascara when I have fake eyelashes on, but here I'm just going to pat a little bit just to make them blend a little bit better and to bring down my lower lashes as well. And after that, you're all done. I hope you guys love this look, and I will see you in the next video. If you have any special requests, comment down below, and see you guys next time.